Well, I'm here at the bottom of Fryman Canyon, and I parked at the bottom. I'm originally going to go to the top, but there seems to be a massive queue of traffic going up Laurel Canyon Boulevard. So I don't know if it's an accident or roadworks or whatever, because there's free parking at the top, but you have to pay for parking down here. It's only $3. So it's better to park down here, because you can sort of do the hard work on the way up, and then it's easier on the way back. But I have a bit of a dilemma in that I have my car keys, I have water, and sunscreen, and I only have 2 hands. Oh, and my camera. So I have to figure out what I'm going to bring with me. I think I'll just load on the sunscreen. That can go. I'm going to drink as much of that as I can and just take the camera. There's sort of 2 parts to this. There's the Fryman Canyon bit, and then Coldwater Canyon, which goes right up to Mulholland Drive. So it's a long way up. I don't know if I'm going to get all the way to the top. Just first of all, let's see how my knee holds out. It's still a bit sore, and the heat today, it's just so warm today. I don't have my fancy watch with I've got 2 things when coming over here. Not just driving, I mean as in coming over from Ireland. I've got my sunglasses, so that's smart going to California without sunglasses. And my fancy watch that has like an altimeter and thermometer and barometer and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know what temperature it is. Even the car doesn't have a thermometer to tell you what the outside temperature is. So I don't know how hot it is, but it's really warm. But I will see how far I get. And I really only have about 3 hours to do it, because I want to get back and get a shower before heading up to see the Batman movies tonight in the Arclight. So I'm seeing the first 2 Batman movies before we're going to see the 3rd one on Saturday. So I'm going to take a camera with me, and oh, squirrel. You can't see it too far away. There's a lot of squirrels around here as well. Right, I'm going to go. And one other thing I forgot is the end of this. I have a wee MP3 player with me, and I loaded it up with some podcasts, My Gimpy Life podcast, and I imagine I left it stuck in the USB port of the computer. So this isn't going to be much use, because I'm not going to carry my phone around. Right, I found it. I'd clipped it to the bottom of my shorts, so at least I have something to listen to now on the way around. Here we go, Betty Deering Trail, Santa Monica Mountains. Okay, just about 5 minutes into this climb. It's quite a steep climb to start, but here's the first view. That's down into Studio City. So I am going to be stopping a lot, both out of necessity and just because I don't want to push it too hard today. I really want my knee to recover a wee bit so I can do that proper run up Runyon Canyon before I leave. So yeah, plenty of stops, and I'll be showing you the view all the way up here. So I was saying on the drive down from San Francisco to here a load of vlogs ago about how different the foliage is, or how you can tell you're in Southern California, and just how brown everything is, or how ungreen it is. Turns out those are sharp. It's all very dead. I don't know if it is dead, or if it's just sort of that's the way it goes and through the summer and then turns green again, or if it just disappears and regrows again whenever there's a bit of rain. But the trees are green mostly, but all the grass is very much brown and dead. Check out the view that this guy has. Well, I'm sure that house wasn't cheap. Right, well, I'm about a quarter of the way through, but this is the only toilet and water stop along the whole way. It's a Tree People Centre, like a I don't know if it's a non-profit, but it's like a conservation organisation. They have some buildings over there, so I'll take advantage of the water while it's here, because it's the last I'm going to see until I'm way up at the top and then back this way. So this is our progress now. That black building over there, let me zoom in. That is the NBC Universal building, I think. Just orientate yourself. That's the last vlog that I did, or the last vlog. I'm calling it vlogs now. The last vlog I did from LA last year. It was over on those mountains there, so that's where I was taking that footage from. So, quick stop down here for a water break, and then continuing on up to the top to Mulholland Drive. There we go, Environmental Learning Centre. You get quite a lot of bus tours, or not bus tours, like children's school outings. I've seen them up here before. There's just a bunch of cars here today. I think the school holidays have probably started here like they have everywhere else. So this is what it is, just like a little environmental learning centre and conservation area. One thing I'm sure of. One thing I'm sure of is that my eyeballs aren't going to get sunburned, because all the sunscreen I put on my forehead is now in my eyeballs. Right, well, that's the exit to the first part of the park. Or, well, the park, was it Fryman Canyon, or is that Coldwater? I think that's Coldwater Canyon actually. And then it's Fryman I'm going up into now. But it just comes out onto the street. If you head on way down that street, it sort of takes you around the big circle back to where the car is. But this is, I'm sort of going up this way, up into the mountains again. But yeah, this is yeah, this is another expensive part of town. You can see the security measures they have there. No offense, but that's like security cameras. I don't know if they're motion sensors or just IR for nighttime. But yeah, they have to do a lot to keep their privacy up here. Because when you spend that sort of money on a house, it's not good to have everybody just walking past looking in your window. So this is what I was saying about the path here being a lot more rugged and narrow and off the beaten track. Not many people go up this way. They usually just call it a day and head back to the car at the exit there. So this is a hard bit. So I can only imagine what this guy's view's like here. Oh. Nearly at the end, but this here thing has always confused me a bit. I have no idea how I got here. I don't know if it's a Land Rover or some sort of, I mean, well, obviously it must be some sort of off-road vehicle if it got in here, but I don't know where it came from, because I mean it's not going to fit along these paths here, and I don't think there's anything up there. Unless there's a road way up there or something, but yeah, no idea how that got there. Well, here I am at the top. That bit at the end was quite steep. It's a fairly steep incline, just the very end there. So that's where I was coming from. Around there, around that corner. I don't know if you can see much of that there. But this is San Fernando Valley. So this is it's just a wee thing at the top. is where we are here. Now it's like that's the whole view of that thing up there. So I was just running around this small area here. This here whole area in the valley is where I'm staying over in Van Nuys, Sepulveda. That's the road I was telling you about. Runs all the way from the top, all the way through the Santa Monica Mountains, and then away down to the to Long Beach. But this is what it looked like in 1928. So when I was saying about that being that dam being built in the 40s, there wasn't much development there. It was mostly farming. That's what they were doing down there between the 20s and 40s, and it wasn't until, let's see, after the Los Angeles Valley Aqueduct brought water in 1913, the San Fernando Valley became a major commercial farming area. Crops included corn, cotton, oranges, wheat and walnuts. After the Second World War, the motion picture and automobile and aircraft industries spurred urbanisation and housing development. The population grew from 20,000 in 1920 to more than 1.8 million today. So it's that is basically where I want to live if I ever get to move to California. The other thing is the temperature up here. It's a lot cooler up here now. There's a bit of a breeze and everything. The temperature up here, and even on the other side of the mountains in Hollywood and the rest of Los Angeles, is always cooler in the valley. And as you can see, it's surrounded just by mountains all the way around, and then we're up here on the mountains, and obviously that's why it's called the valley. But it's just all the heat seems to sit down in there. So even when you're listening to weather forecasts and stuff on the radio, it's always a few, they're saying the temperature in Los Angeles is whatever, and it's always a few degrees higher in the valley. So, it's always a novelty to have real life wild cactus plants. Don't know what these holes in them are, if people just poke those holes in them there, but right, here we go. Now, that is where I would love to be right now. So I've had to stop here at the Treat People Centre for a while, just to give my legs a rest, cool down a bit and get another drink. One thing I like about here, they have a little water fountain for dogs as well. So you can stop there and give your dogs a drink. The other thing I like about running here is the three main runs that I do are Sepulveda, and that's, it's different distances depending on how far around the basin you run, but it's all flat. And this is hilly. It's in the two sections. It's the Coldwater Canyon section again, where you can see sort of gentle slopes up and down, and then over in the Fryman Canyon or Fryman Canyon section, whichever, it's very steep slopes up and down, and predominantly up over this way, and then predominantly down on the way back. But ultimately, it's up and down an awful lot as well. Whereas Runyon Canyon is just downhill all the way, and then uphill all the way. It is really relentless, and parts of it are quite steep, again, depending on what route you take up. So this is a really good combination of up and down, starting off gentle here in Coldwater, and then the steep ones over in Fryman. But obviously it's not a circle, so you have to do it on the way back again. Here I am at the bottom again. So it's exactly 1 minute past 4. So an hour with sort of a good 15 minutes actually. I stopped at the Treat People. So it's not a great time actually. I wasn't pushing it, like I keep saying, I have a sore knee after the run in San Francisco, so I'm not taking it hard now at all. But I think this is where most of my sunscreen ended up. A big white ring around the bottom of my t-shirt. So hopefully I haven't got too burnt around the way or along the way. Well, I'm back at the Sherman Oaks Arclight. I'm going to see the first two Batman films. So 6 o'clock, first one starts, and I think 8:45 for the next one. So I'm just seeing those two today. There's midnight showings of the third one now tonight, but I'm not going to bed. I'm waiting for Saturday to see Kenny. So this should be good. That's the first film done. Just had to run down to the car park and take my car out and put it back in again because you only get 4 hours validation on a ticket. So back in for the second one now. I really enjoyed that. Probably even more so than the first time round. I forgot how good the film was. Yeah, I haven't seen it in years now, and I don't remember enjoying it that much the first time round. So in now for the second one. 10 minutes till it starts. Back from the second film, I really enjoyed that one too. Both really good films, brilliant films. I haven't seen them now in years either, so I'm glad I was able to see them, and really looking forward to the third one on Saturday. I'd love to have actually been going into one of the midnight showings there, but it was only like front row or second row seats over to the side. That was really all that was left, and I'm going to wait just and see with Kenny on Saturday anyway. So it'll be good to see it with somebody rather than just going and watching on my own again. But the only thing about that second film was this whole thing of turning all the cell phones in Gotham into sonar devices. It's it's just like the silly, implausible things that they did in Spider-Man as well. Why base something in reality that isn't realistic? And all the technical consultants they would have had for a film like that would know that that's not possible. So why do it? Why not just come up with something better? It's really not that hard to just change it for something else. It wasn't that essential to do that sort of thing, and it just bugs me that they do those sort of things in films because everybody knows it's it just takes you out of the story. But other than that, it was another really good film, and really looking forward now to the third one.